Let's get this thing going. Y'all ready to have a good time tonight? We're gonna have a shitty time.
Stop with your negativity, bitch.
No, we're gonna have a shitty time, bro.
Anytime you're negative, it's gonna end with bitch.
Only be negative for COVID. I'm positive for everything else, except for VDs and things like that.
Oh.
You were very muted.
And we're back. I'm live on Instagram and on YouTube at the same damn time, and it is fucking confusing, people. Woo! All right. We are back. Episode 65. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Bryan Kern.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. How are we doing, folks? You know, are we getting fucking 6-9 in 4 episodes? Very unlikely, huh?
I mean, let's hope he keeps falling off the charts because it's going to increase our chances. We are lucky this week to, again, be blessed by not a crazy Alaskan, but a crazy Coloradan, just in case is with us. That guy.
That's right. You were in Alaska the last time you were on the show, were you not?
Yeah, he was.
Out on like a patio, drinking with some buddies. I remember that.
Hanging out in the yurt.
Yeah. We were having a good old time. Welcome back, buddy. How you been? Now in a whole new part of the land. What are you up to?
Oh man, regulating the regulars out here, bro. Just doing some traveling, some scenery, fucking having a great time.
Nice, man.
Yeah, enjoying Colorado. It seems like my favorite state now.
Nice.
Colorado suits you, man. Legal weed, mountains. You got like free country to roam. Like, yeah.
So Pueblo, you can throw a rock, hit a bar, it bounce off, hit a dispensary, and that's pretty much your trajectory for the night. Like it's a good way to choose what you're gonna do.
Hit a dispensary, hit a bar, hit a Broncos fan in the mouth.
This is my brother-in-law. This is his beer from Stella's Brewery. It's called Pal IPA. It's fucking phenomenal. What are you boys drinking? What do we got?
Is he paying for advertising?
I know you have your apple juice, Matt. What are you drinking, Justin?
So I've got the Marble Cerveza out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Bro.
Okay.
The best cervezas I've ever had. Half a lime, of course.
Oh,
yeah.
Bring me a slice of lime. I want half of it. I'll pay for it.
Yeah, that's a lot. No, but lime and lime's necessary. And
he's not fucking around with that lime. Do you want some beer with your lime?
Dude, I got a whole beer with half a lime. It's not,
God.
I think my math is working out pretty fine.
You know, you once told me what your 3 favorite smells were, and I thought that was hilarious. Did you want to tell our audience what that was?
I have 3.
Yeah, a good cerveza, a good bump of cocaine, and then the lime off of that cerveza. So, yeah.
You told me it was lime, cilantro, and cocaine.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so yes. Okay, street tacos with a squeeze of lime and then a bump off your fingernail with the fucking cerveza, with the lime in it, and maybe a dash of cocaine.
Responsibly, for the love of God, people.
In moderation. You can
Jesus.
In bites.
Yeah, we're not condoning drug use over here, for the fucking love of God.
I have 3 smells. Are you ready?
Your own farts?
Specific pussy.
Specific?
Specific.
Specific?
Yeah.
Atlantically.
The fiance's included, but yeah, there's always a nice box. Whenever there's a nice box.
Oh wow.
Whenever there's a nice box, that's always great stuff.
Wow.
Number 2, Panda Express's orange chicken. Panda Express's orange chicken has a very distinct. I have a gym. I go to a gym here locally, and there's a Panda Express in the parking lot, and I'll come out of the gym, and that orange chicken will just be wafted over into like this part of the parking lot.
I agree. Panda Express smells way better than any of the food tastes. I mean, P.F. Chang's don't even smell like that.
I haven't eaten at it. Well, I ate at a Panda probably about 2 years ago, but before that, I hadn't eaten a Panda since I was in California. But the smell is just, I think about it and I go, that's a bad decision. It's like going to a strip club and going, I shouldn't sleep with the stripper. It's a bad decision.
It's like going to a strip club at fucking 4 p.m.
It's like going to a strip club that's next to a panda. You know, you smell the panda and you go, that's not a good option. I'm not going to have a good time if I do that. Number 3 would probably have to be. That's a tricky one. Smells. I'll get back to you on it.
Marijuana.
Honestly, if you pick
weed, of course. Weed, of course. Oh, I have a specific weed. We'll narrow it down to that. Shout out to Bobby Laredo, my homeboy living in Montana right now. Me and Matt had several times where we almost blew up Bobby Laredo's apartment or burned it down or got the cops called there. But anyways,
I tried to light a 50 Cent CD on fire in his sink and
with Hypnotic. Yep.
Yeah, with alcohol, which is just a stupid idea.
And it starched your arm. I remember burning all your arm off.
I think I have that picture somewhere. You know, I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna look for it. Go down memory lane.
There was a he brought a weed over when we were living together one time, and it was called Lemon Crazy Train. And it was a mixture of a lemon diesel and like crazy train or something. And it, you know, in Panda Express where he smelled, or Panda Express, Pineapple Express, when he smells the weed and he goes, I want to live in it. I felt that. I felt that in my soul. I smelled it and I go, oh, wow, I get that now. I would live in there. Like, it's a beautiful, like, earthy, lemony smell. I've never smelled another weed that quite comes close to that. And we'll get some decent weeds from time to time, and they'll smell like Fruity Pebbles or whatever. Anytime I try to tell Becca, hey, smell this weed, it smells good, she's like, it smells like weed. Well, yeah, obviously, it's fucking weed, but it's
well, I hope it does.
You get the cheesy kind, you get the skunky kind. There's different smells.
Man,
for sure.
How do I have a picture of this exact incident?
Oh, wow. Yeah, you do. Look at, there it is.
Yeah.
Drowned still with the Hypnotic drops on it.
Yeah, you can see the liquid on there is definitely alcohol. The blue, see the blue in the back? That's Hypnotic.
Oh, that's Hypnotic. Yeah, there you go.
I had multiple copies of The Massacre because of some stupid promotion he did, and I just didn't like the album, made me mad. And then I think he started beefing with the game, and that's when I was like, gee, you not. And we did that. Yeah. Just stupid. Just being stupid. I also have a picture here of Cameron's rhyme book that's just fucking stupid. And the Best of Atreyu album cover. I don't even know why that's in my collection.
Unicorn and the I showed somebody the Dipset cartoons the other day.
Oh,
they're trying to kick me out, man. I don't know why they're trying to kick me out. I don't understand why they're trying to kick me out. Yo, they're trying to kick you out because you...
Dude, every episode Freaky Zeke goes to jail. Yeah, that's such an old ass cartoon series.
Yeah, 2000. The YouTube date was 2013, but I was like, no, this is like 2008, 2009, son. This
for
is
sure. Stop clicking that pen, or I'm gonna jump through this screen and choke you.
Sorry, I know it's a habit. I'm getting hyped. I think this is a passing of the guard almost. You know, second week in a row where we don't have a guest, Matt. The world is a crazy place. It keeps on.
This is our guest.
I didn't start the fire. It was always burning. Justin, you're a part of the team and part of the family, man. You're not a guest. You're family. You know, it's like an Olive Garden up in this bitch. When you're here,
COVID bump,
your family, COVID bump, bro. Hey,
it's like Fast and Furious, bro. It's all about family.
All about the fame. You know, I feel
family memes have taken over the internet. By the way, have you seen the Vin Diesel memes?
Yeah, I have.
People have been muting that shit on Twitter. They mute Vin Diesel and family.
So I feel like Ohana means family.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch, dude! Wrong movie.
I feel like only good things are ahead for us in a lot of ways. You know. Let's get off.
It can't get any worse. That's for goddamn sure. But you know what? We're doing well. New music this week. What did you like?
Okay. First of all, you're fucking crazy. The new IDK album was fucking great. The track Red with Westside Gunn and MF Doom was fucking great. You're a lunatic. Vince Staples' 22-minute album was a fucking banger as well. Victims and Structures both released. Both of them spell their name without vowels, and both of them released albums today that were.
Cool point.
Structures doesn't.
Structures does. They might have a T-shirt that doesn't.
Yeah.
But Victims doesn't.
The Victims.
Oh wow, yo, the guest feature on here, Michael Barr, former vocalist of Volumes and his terrible solo project.
Yeah. Fucking
Vince Staples.
Noisecore Queens.
What the hell does that mean?
Noisecore Kings. Structures, man. Their entire Victims, I mean. Their entire album was just all over the fucking place. Reminded me a little bit of Code Orange. I don't know if you're a Code Orange fan, but holy shit, dude, so good. And the front woman of Victims is
Code Orange is cool. I like them more than Knock Loose. I could not get into Knock Loose.
Really heavy, really brutal, and another female vocalist right now that's out there fucking killing the game on the growls. Killing it. But yeah, man, Vince Staples' album was really good. So was IDK.
Big shout to Vince Staples. 3 years, we got 22
Yeah, you did. And it was 22 minutes of good shit.
22 minutes of music.
Yeah.
Why is it not clear? I didn't pay $1,000 to not be clear.
Did you listen to any albums this week, Justin?
Oh man, no. So I'm more of on the burn scene, bro. So like Paul Cockburner, like everybody in Circle, Nora, fucking who else? Blockhead. I mean, these guys are like a couple years old, but like it's a new genre for me. So I'm pretty
Okay.
eclectic. That's pretty much why Matt and I have such a great fucking relationship, is we have a wide variety of taste in music. So my current scene is like more EDM of
Okay.
all different genres, like just a lot of cool different things. Blockhead's really badass. If I can think of the song, Blockhead, Block Boy, Triple E, Block Boy. That's a really dope one. You got to check that one out. It's got the sloth playing the drums, like kind of a kaleidoscope background, and it's
Okay.
badass DJ skip beat type. It starts with the ba 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 ba, like playing at the prom type shit, but then it breaks into this like phenomenal fucking beat. Like it's one of the subtle things, and that's
I love it. Yes, I'm about it. Oh yeah.
Yo, shouts to Jordan Tupper because he just became the perfect segue. He said, listen to the new Ice Nine Kills song. Strong chorus, but Kobe dick, and shouts for calling him that. Didn't add anything to the song. Waste of a feature. You're probably the third person I've seen say that exact phrase, waste of a feature. My question is, because I've always found this odd, the relationship between Papa Roach vocalist Jacoby Shaddix, aka Kobe Dick, and scene bands.
I don't get it.
I believe this relationship started through the APMAs, because I know for a fact when I purposely did not attend the APMAs in 2016 when Warped Tour went through there. I fucking dipped out, went to Cedar Point. It was a way cooler day. Fuck that awards show and that magazine. Everyone got drunk because of an open bar, and Jacoby Shaddix was there networking with everyone. He immediately ended up on an Of Mice and Men single. And I've just been curious, do fans like him? Do people like that band? Because Papa Roach has changed like 3 times over the incarnation of the band. And they're from like my hometown in California. So it's been weird to like chronicle that band. Like Infest comes out, they're fucking new metal. And then they become a band that you can't really admit you like anymore. Then they become super emo, getting away with murder. And now they're what, a scene band? They do gent breakdowns and shit. Like that's 3 reinventions. I mean, props to them. But I just think it's crazy. I see people on Twitter say waste of a feature. That makes me think like you thought it was like he was going to be good, or people do like him featured in songs.
I think you only got like a line or 2 maybe from him. You don't get a lot from him, which
is that why it's stupid?
Yeah, and I think maybe he is doing like some of the talking in like the skit portion of the song in the middle, maybe. But I think that's the point to it. As far as his alert of the scene fans, I mean, I don't know if Papa Roach is necessarily relevant in the scene, but for whatever reason he is. But look at the bands that have had him on. Of Mice and Men, which is probably the most notable of the 3. But I think
it's always a band that wants to be mainstream, or they want to be big.
It's a weird bridge. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense because I guess technically Papa Roach at one time was mainstream, but I mean, would we consider them mainstream now? Are they touring and selling out arenas?
I would only say they're mainstream because, like, I look at like Limp Bizkit plays like radio rock festivals and stuff. That's the same gigs that Papa Roach would get. Limp Bizkit.
I mean, no, they're going on a nationwide tour right now with Spirit Box. Limp Bizkit's doing the shit.
Limp Bizkit is, but previously they were just doing the radio rock shit, like Carolina Rebellion headliner, or some random radio station in Milwaukee has a festival.
Almost Acoustic Christmas in like 2002.
Yeah, and because you look at other bands from that era, I've always thought it was interesting that Stained didn't go that particular route, but ended up on like the casino hotel routes. Like that you could go to a casino in the middle of Oklahoma or one like Windstars or whatever they got, and it could have Aaron Lewis playing.
I think that has to do with Aaron Lewis's connections, because Aaron Lewis used to come out to the desert all the time. He played the Tack Room, which is on
he came out way too many times.
He fucking played at Stagecoach one year and then at the Tack Room. Like, I think it has to do with how busy they are, right? And like at a certain point, the band, there's a point where you're only going to see Papa Roach for fucking cut my life in 2 pieces, like
just that and Broken Home, and then I'm going home.
Broken Home, exactly. And like when you tune in to see a you know, what were this the band we were just mentioning?
Limp Bizkit?
No, the one right before that.
Papa Roach?
No, not Papa Roach. Not Limp Bizkit. Boot me.
Do I boot him? All right, I gotta boot him. I also find it really funny that the dude's nickname is Kobe Dick, like the whale Moby Dick. Yeah.
Most definitely. Indubitably.
And now no one calls him that, and like the kids only know him as Jacoby Shaddix, like his real name.
Yeah.
It's just funny to me. But that the whole Ice Nine Kills thing, I haven't listened to the song. There's no point in me listening to it and reviewing it to you if I don't like the band. What am I going to say? But like,
I mean, it's worth listening
Brian
to
listened to it.
It is a pretty decent song as far as like, you know, the musicality goes. It's weird though because in the middle of a song, they have like this talking skit where this dude's confronting his lawyer and this calling out Dave at a record label. I don't know if it's actually someone they know at their record label, but this guy goes on a murder spree. There's like this weird skit in the middle of it, and then they have like this dance, weird like circus portion to the song, and then it goes into this massive brutal breakdown. But I think they're pandering a little bit. I think they're pandering at the fact that they are a little bit more poppy in this song and a little bit more mainstream sounding esque.
This song would be way cooler if Poppy was in it.
The metalcore, I don't know about that. The metalcore side of things, and they then hit this breakdown. And you know, I'm not one to base a band off of like a live performance, but I've seen Ice Nine Kills play several times, a couple times.
Or the way their singer kisses.
And they backtrack really loud. Like their backtrack music is almost as loud as their actual instruments. And to me, that's just music's good. Why do you need to backtrack that loud? Like I feel like that's just taken away from the performance.
Man, if the kids knew how many bands had backtracks, y'all would not like your favorite bands.
All of them use backtrack. They just lower the levels. Like you're lucky if you hear a missed note nowadays.
The skit portion is from the Huey Lewis scene of American Psycho.
Oh, okay. There you go. So then Kobe wasn't in that, and yeah, he only had like a line.
So, Brian, when you heard the new Ice Nine Kills song, and then you see a tweet like this, how does this make you feel?
Motherfuckers call the Ice Nine Kills thing boring and beating a dead horse than listen to August Burns Red. I saw that, and I saw that you tweeted a response to it.
That's about me because I used the phrase that they were beating a cremated horse, like it was already dead and cremated.
I mean, saying that August Burns Red is beating a dead horse, like no, that's what are you talking about? They're just making.
You could say some of their songs sound the same, but they're not a gimmick band that's done the same shit forever.
I'm not the biggest August Burns Red fan, but I can tell when you play a song, I can tell you what album it's from and what song it is. And I'm not even their big.
Just go see them both live.
They're not even in my top 10. They're not in my top 10, maybe 20 bands, and I can tell you their songs apart. Like they're not that bad. All you hear is splash. You're probably a mediocre August Burns Red fan, and that's why you're saying that shit. To where I'm a mediocre Ice Nine Kills fan. I don't really like them a whole lot, but their gimmick is. There's a gimmick. Like August Burns Red is staking their claim as good as they are because of their music. Ice Nine Kills has a gimmick that they're following. And I know we have this thing where we're going to talk about some gimmick bands, but gimmicks make or break bands. And I don't think Ice Nine Kills would be necessarily where they're at if their gimmick wasn't working out for them. I'll be honest.
I've heard a bunch of people say that they're a band that people only listen to in October, that they're like a Halloween band.
I mean, unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
I can't say that they're bad live because I saw them practically every day walking by at some point on Warp 16.
They do a great show.
It was solid, you know. I'm not gonna say the vocals are perfect every day, but it was solid. The thing about gimmick bands is what entails a gimmick band. I think Ice Nine Kills for sure because they're just up horror movies' asses. Like all your merch, all your album covers, your content, everything involves horror movies. And I think after a while, that shit gets exhausting. I can make the argument that in some cases, when it comes to Christian bands, sometimes that shit gets repetitive too because you lack subject matter. When you see someone like the Devil Wears Prada branch out into a zombie or a zombie 2, that means a lot. That was a really good, innovative record for that band. I look at other gimmicks like wearing a mask. There's a shit ton of bands that wear masks. I also think about newer bands like Starset. they're cool. I like them. I dig their sound, their image, everything. The whole band wears like NASA suits while they're playing. That's a big time gimmick. The Bunny the Bear, you know, like that was just two dudes who made like crazy music and then put on shit masks.
I didn't, you know,
and it's still going.
I had them and the Sounds of Animals fighting, but I sidebarred them because I feel like they weren't necessarily gimmicks. They just did the mask thing. Whereas like Mushroom Head would be a gimmick.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think Sound of Animals fighting is a gimmick. I think it's too experimental to be a gimmick. Like that's, to me, that's the most truest shtick, like experimental band.
But isn't that in itself kind of like a gimmick? They're that experimental where you get the artists on stage, you get the painters, you get the flash dancers, you get all this other shit on stage, the murals.
So the limited run of shows, like that's the gimmick?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, that could be. I wouldn't. That's why I sidebarred it, because I don't know if it really is a gimmick. It's just different. Same with the Bunny the Bear. I sidebarred him because you're doing the mask thing. You're doing the Bunny the Bear did have like a fairy tale kind of theme to them, and so did Alisana. Alisana followed a little fairy tale thing, but they weren't necessarily a gimmick. You know what I'm saying?
They were Greek mythology, themes, and then they went into a fairy tale.
Right, and
then it never ended.
Yeah, they carried a theme with it, and that was their thing, right? But are those necessarily gimmicks to where like a Guar would be a gimmick? You know, I also put down the Hollywood Undead. I would consider them a gimmick. Attila, in terms of party metal, is a gimmick, whether you like them or not. Like that's all they sing about. All their music is about partying and drugs and all that. That's a gimmick to me. That's like, if you wrote about something else, you lose your appeal to the fan base you're already appealing to because of the gimmick, if that makes sense.
So I should have got this tweet because someone had said, I wish more bands did gimmicks because then the scene metalcore in general wouldn't be so corny as it is. And I asked them, do you really want a whole scene full of star sets and the Bunny the Bear? Because that's what immediately came to mind. I don't want every band to be like that. I don't think it works with everyone. I also don't like, I knew a band in Austin that was a gimmick band where they without necessarily ripping off Robot Chicken, one dude was a professor looking guy and the other one dressed up as a giant chicken. And they were trying to create a giant universe of their own shit and make a comic book. And it's like, it's inventive, but it's also, if you're hustling that at the local level, that's really difficult. That's why I wonder, like, I know what Hollywood Undead look like at the local level. The same douchebags that are in the fucking mask now. Just, the Bunny the Bear is like the same way. Two dudes made hardcore and they're wearing masks. Like, I don't know if it makes the scene better. I think that if it's here and there, it's cool. It's also the same way. Like, I don't like joke songs. I don't like joke rap. Like the joke songs that Eminem makes, I don't like. So I wouldn't like a comedy act like that.
What about that Jared Alane kid, the YouTube star that he does albums, but he calls them like Canadian football. That's the name of a band of his, is Canadian football, because American baseball is a fucking punk band. So like, and then he'll do a punk cover
modern
of it.
Baseball or something.
Yeah. But he's like, and
I think it's an emo band.
It's decent. It's good music, but it's still like a shtick and a gimmick. I put on here, I mean, Our Last Night, because they only do covers now, right?
Now they do covers, yeah. They used to be a real band at one point.
They put out an album every now and then, and they still tour. And when they do tour, they play a couple covers and that's it. And what's nice is they have a wide catalog of covers, so you might get one cover one night, another cover another night, and they mix them in. But it's still a gimmick, definitely.
They have not had an original song chart on the Billboard Hot 100 since 2010.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's all covers. But I mean, dude, out of 100 songs and or an iTunes Heat Seeker chart, like it's only their covers that do it. Like, because I went off on Our Last Night about not being original on my Twitter, and I listed those stats. If you go to Billboard, you can see their sales, and it's just interesting that their albums fucking tank and the covers like skyrocket. It's like people don't care about your original work.
Covers are. They get diluted in the
They're
process.
popular songs. They don't write
interesting
shit. That's the problem.
Did you hear the metal cover of Wrecking Ball? Check it out. But it's not like, hey, did you hear Our Last Night's cover? Who's Our Last Night? Oh, Our Last Night's a band from Philadelphia, and they are a 5-piece metalcore band. Now they're a 4-piece metalcore band.
I thought they were from
maybe
from like Rhode Island or something stupid.
Yeah, somewhere in Northeast. Anyways,
Wentworth.
But that's the point. Like, you don't say, oh, that's our last night's cover of this and that. And they're a band that does covers. No, you go, oh, hey, it's the metal cover of Wrecking Ball. And like, it gets diluted in the process. And regardless, people are still going to click on the name and the algorithm's going to get caught up and they're going to hit chart the, that's why it's being successful for them. That's not to say that they don't still write good music, though. I think their music has been pretty decent. No. I think their first couple albums were really good.
Yeah. If you're talking 2008 and 2010, there was really cool songs back in the day. But they've put out like 3 or 4 albums since then, and they haven't been interesting at all.
The Oak Island one was lackluster, but I think
that show isn't even good.
I mean, the myth isn't good. So there's an island with a hidden treasure somewhere. Yeah,
I've seen the Goonies. Thanks a lot.
Hey guys, listen, it's 2021. All the buried treasure that's left to be discovered has been discovered. Okay, we're not finding buried treasure in 2021. Sorry, folks.
So when it comes to gimmick bands, is it creative? Is it original? Do we want more of them? When is enough enough? Do you want a ton of bands like Wearing Masks? Because
Justin, fucking say something.
Creativity is where it's at for me. Like I appreciate the music, whatever you have going, but like if it's just a gimmick and that's the attraction for the band, it's probably not going to be my favorite. I enjoy true talent, and I'm not saying there's gimmick bands, quote unquote, without talent, but that's more my goal is to find those with absolute talent, something that's out of the norm. Something that captures you, with just that instrumental or lyrical ability versus a gimmick, so to speak. So if you wear a mask and you're really good, then fuck yeah, sign me up, no doubt.
Like I look at bands like Gwar, right? Without the gimmick, would Gwar really have made it? I don't know.
Their music is awful.
Yeah. I mean,
probably not one of my top 10.
Baby metal. If you didn't have these young girls, if you didn't have these young girls singing over the speed metal, would the speed metal be anything special? I think the gimmick plays in. Gimmicks only work when they play in. There's a balance, and they only work when the gimmick is just right. When the baby metal thing, it appeals. The Gwar thing, it appeals.
Like when you're 15.
The gimmick, the music has to be good. The music and the structures and all that can't be shit. That has to resonate and be good as well. But the gimmick has to hit. And yeah, you're right. To the point, like when you're 50, is it's still going to be popular. But also keep in mind, like people are still going to Earth, Wind, and Fire concerts. You know what I'm saying? People are still going. People pay money to go see cover bands of Kiss. You know what I'm saying? Like gimmicks sell, and there's a certain stature where they're always going to sell, and those are the gimmicks that do work. Are the ones that actually do stand out. I don't know if a Bunny and the Bear work. I don't know if a Mushroom Head really work. Is Mushroom Head critically acclaimed and successful? No.
I would just are they still around mainly?
Yeah, a Slipknot can play for 30 years and fucking smash it. I wouldn't call them gimmick, but.
If you're looking at gimmick bands and like the performances, like I'll put it like this: if a live performance is dinner, then you're going to see Joe Schmo band play a set. It's a band. They play. They're good. They're bad. They're whatever. That's your dinner. If you want dinner and a show, you go to Benihana. If you want that Benihana of music, you're getting like the first time I saw Ghost. It was like, oh wow, this isn't just a show. It's not just music. This is a performance. I'm seeing something. Even when it was Motionless in White doing like a Warped Tour set or a festival set where they're just in and out off stage, and they're just in costume, it still feels like more of a show because you're getting these guys. They look like something. So you're feeling something more of a show there. Like Ghost builds their own stage. They have a big backdrop. They're dressed up. It's nice to see that sometimes, the pageantry. I like that. If
getting the blood on you at a Gwar show, getting the watermelon on you at a Gallagher event. Yeah. Like it's
I mean, those are probably terrible examples, but they're spot on. So I think it would be appropriate now to do like a top 10 gimmick bands. Then we could really break this down further because we've said a bunch of bands that are on my list and your list.
Blue Man Group. Fuck.
You blew the joke.
Oh, there was a joke?
My top 10. All right. So number 10, Mushroom Head. Number 9, the beer-themed metal band Ailstorm. Number 8, the weed-themed death metal band Cannabis Corpse.
Oh, yep.
Number 7, I can't believe you didn't mention them because I fucking hate them and you love them. Tenacious D.
Wow, really? Gimmicky?
Oh, it gets worse from here, bro. Number 6, Hollywood Undead.
Okay, we're on the same page here.
Number 5, Blue Man Group.
Okay.
Biggest gimmick ever and probably the best band on this list. Number 4, Guar. I hate them. Number 3, you didn't mention this band. They are such a gimmick. They are only a gimmick, and they are amazing. Death Clock.
Yeah, Death Clock's. Yeah, definitely.
Super
is
gimmick.
Death Clock a gimmick? You know, Metalocalypse is the gimmick.
Is Death Clock a band?
I mean, I feel that's where it's like, is it just something special? Is that just, I know, but for a limited time, it wasn't like they were. Power Glove would be like a gimmick, I think, because Power Glove is, like, you know what I'm saying? All right.
So number 3 is Death Clock. Number 2, Ghost. I fucking love Ghost.
Okay.
A lot of people hate them. I love Ghost. And number 1, it's gonna piss people off. The number 1 band that's really, they started off as a gimmick band and now they're pretty much the greatest American metal band ever. Slipknot. Yeah, The Mask. They were a gimmick. It's a gimmick. If you never ever heard them, you never paid attention. The first time you see the self-titled record, you're like, what is this? You look at it, it's a bunch of dudes dressed as like clowns and demons on the cover. That's a gimmick. It's a bunch of dudes playing metal in masks. I mean, dude, so I bet you there's so many people who ruled Slipknot out just by glancing at them. Because if you hear the music, you could get sucked in. That's one thing. It's so aggressive and crazy. But just looking at them, man, I thought that was going to be the stupidest shit ever.
Listen.
The first time I saw Slipknot, dude, I swear to God, I thought that shit was going to come and go.
When did you see Slipknot? Like live?
No, I didn't see them live. I mean, seeing what they look like.
I've seen Slipknot
with dude with dildo nose, and I was like probably not.
I've seen Slipknot. Okay,
and I was like,
because dude, I was like, I was also super young, and like I never saw any band like succeed wearing a mask. So when that came out, and I hadn't heard the music, I was like, that's stupid. There's no way.
Because, I would be hard-pressed to say, like, when Cut and Bleed came out, and they were playing, like, Ozfest back in the day, in, like, 2000 or whenever it was, when fucking Cut and Bleed came out, or whatever that song is, that was a fucking killer track. And I would be hard-pressed to say that if Slipknot, for some weird reason, abandoned the masks, be it 5 years from now or 5 years ago, 10 years ago, their return, when they came back a few years ago, could have been like, hey, we're going to leave the masks. They even did a video where they hung their masks and played, and you only saw like blurred glimpses of their faces. You couldn't really tell who they were, but we all know what Corey Taylor looks like. We all know what a couple of the other members of the bands look like because they're in other bands. And so I think if they were to remove the masks, they'd still be acclaimed. The gimmick doesn't stick.
But then what would the show be? Because does the show just like kind of need that?
No, they just run around and cause a ruckus on stage. They hang on the instruments, they fucking bang their head, and they fire. They can have all that without the masks and the jumpsuits.
But does it look cool?
Yeah, bro, it's a fucking metal show. All that shit looks cool. Metalheads sitting there fucking spinning their hair in unison looks fucking dope. These dudes are hanging upside down.
Are they still going to be wearing like red jumpsuits and shit? Or is it just going to be like skinny jeans and a band t-shirt? Because I don't want to see you go crazy wearing another band's t-shirt.
What it does is it prevents the attachment of fans to members of the bands because it's the needlehead mask. It's the fucking scarred mask. It's the dildo nose mask. It's the clown mask. You're not attached to the actual person in the band. Although when the bassist died, there was several people that were like mourning because he had been in the band the entire time. But, that's the point. You weren't necessarily attached to the people. You're attached to the masks. The masks are the characters. But I think if they were to ditch the masks...
Sevenfold died.
Slipknot, whoa, bro, the Reverend, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, man.
Yeah, pour a little out for him.
I had all honorable mentions. I don't know if I would rank them who's the best, but Attila as like party metal, Hollywood Undead I had on there, Guar, Baby Metal, Our Last Night for the covers, Ice Nine Kills, obviously because of the horror shit, Motionless in White. I would say, this is a personal
I should have
favorite.
put Motionless on my list. I actually like that band.
I enjoy me some Motionless in White. What's the Oakley Dokley, the Ned Flanders metal band.
That's what it's called, Oakley Dokley.
Yeah, that band is a gimmick band for sure.
Also, then, Austrian Death Machine.
Austrian Death Machine, yes.
Kill Whitney Dead.
Yes, both great examples. Yes. One of my personal favorites, the Pizza Underground, the band that is fronted by Macaulay Culkin himself. They are a Velvet Underground cover band that sings about pizzas. Every song is about pizza, and in fact, one of their members plays a pizza box. I've seen him live. It's fucking phenomenal.
That's fucking awesome.
It's fucking great. Yeah, there's a lot out there, you know.
Still didn't get that Macaulay Culkin interview though.
Yeah, we didn't. Oh, I probably could.
The elusive Macaulay interview.
Did you know that he's doing an adult Camp Anawana from Salute Your Shorts? He's doing an adult summer camp where it's like a festival and it's 8 days or some shit. You rent out fun
Anawana, we hold you in our hearts, and when we think about you, it makes me wanna fart.
Fucking that and Hey Dude were the most underrated shows Nickelodeon had, and they were both great shows.
Ben Stiller's wife was on Hey Dude.
Hey Dude's dope.
Hot blonde.
Yep, fucking Salute Your Shorts was dope. Clarissa Explains It All. Fuck, son. Catch me beating my shit at 9 years old to fucking Clarissa. Catch me being the dude that was sneaking in her window through the fucking ladder.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Every time he shows up, it's like a guitar.
That's what it was.
What was his name? Zach or Roger?
Zeke.
Such ugly ass name.
Oh, it was Roger. It was Roger. Yeah.
Something stupid. Or Roger's on Doug. What's your top 10 gimmick bands?
I just named a bunch of them. I don't have a top 10.
Oh, that was it? Oh, okay, good story. Yeah. I still think Blue Man Group is like the best one above them all, dude. Because like they had a Vegas residency, they had a show at Universal.
If we're talking greatest of all time, Kiss. Kiss is the greatest gimmick band of all time.
Oh, I didn't put them on here.
I mean, they've got to be, right? The face paint. Nobody gave a fuck what fucking Gene Simmons looked like. You weren't fucking the Demon. Get the fuck out of here. You don't have that tongue. And you're not spilling the blood. Get the fuck out of my face. Star Child, get out of here. You get me with that paint. That's why people will pay Kiss amounts of money for tickets to a Kiss cover band. It's ridiculous.
We mentioned August Burns Red earlier, and me and Joseph were talking about this. You know the rumor about how they got their name?
Yeah, where his girlfriend's he had a dog named August, or a dog named
Red, and the girl's name is August,
and she burned the dog alive. Yeah.
Now that never ever made sense to me for a Christian band.
Yeah. No.
But like Justin said that, I go, yeah, that's not true, and he goes, really? And I'm like, well, I don't know 100%, but everyone I've ever toured with has told me that's not true.
So this is so random, but I was reading a thread one time on Reddit, and they were talking about August Burns Red because everybody on Reddit is up August Burns Red's ass, and they were
August Burns Reddit.
Oh, dang, that was actually pretty funny. They do ask me anything from time to time, so that was a good one. And they were talking about how I guess the band is like got really weird stories, and they had a story about one of them had a vision of a helicopter crash, and then like their producer's friend or somebody died in a helicopter crash like 3 days later. It was really random, and they were supposed to meet the guy, and like, so I wouldn't be surprised if like August Burns Red was a little bit deeper than just, some Christian songs and fucking beach balls at their Warped Tour shows.
Yeah, that's a little horrifying. Is that all we got on gimmick bands? Do we like them? What overall do we, if we're looking for a new band, chances are we're not purposely reaching for reaching for that. Yeah. Usually it's like you try it on a whim and it might be cool.
Yeah. Oh my God. Go on, Justin.
Shows you or something, pops up, you like it. Okay, cool. Show it to another friend.
Exactly.
That's about
it. I was participating in a friend's stream of mine, and somebody who was like, hey, you should listen to this band. God, what was the name of it? Something Can Too. And we were like, okay, and we put it on, and it was a cappella metal. It was like, it started off with a and then somebody else is like, And then of course, people were like, dun 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 dun. People were doing it in different octaves. It was it was a trip. Like halfway through, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. It was deep.
Acapella metal.
I mean, that's a gimmick. Acapella, fucking miss me, son. Don't even try to come at me with an acapella band.
Scat metal.
Acapella bands. Scat acapella. how do acapella bands pitch their labels or their records to people? How the fuck is that a thing?
Hey, because you save money on production.
I'm in this really dope acapella band. It'd be awesome if you gave us a listen. Like, what?
I
bro?
really
what
like your guys' tones.
Oh my god, we recently got picked up by fucking Schecter. Our guitarist is the best.
We don't know why.
He's the best mimic amplifier there is, bro. Check it out.
Oh my god. What happened to Lotus Eater? Did they break up?
Oh, okay. So, fucking Paul Craig, their vocalist, apparently is being accused of just beating the fuck out of women. So,
god damn, dude.
So people are just airing him out on Instagram and Twitter, and they officially made an announcement earlier today saying that they had kicked him out of the band and he had been removed. And this is coming with their album set to be released here in, I believe, less than 2 months. And so that came as like kind of a shocker. Hey, are they going to get a fill-in? Are they going to release just an instrumental? What's going to happen? And then the band announces that they're going to break up via Instagram. They only have one post on their profile, and it is a black screen with green letters that says Lotus Eater 2016 to 2021, gloom worldwide. Thank you for everything. And a lot of people are speculating.
If the woman beater is the vocalist and he's on the album, how are you going to release it and push it? Because it's not like you could just get another vocalist to fill in.
I mean, why not? That's what people are saying. People are saying either A, release it as an instrumental.
People are going to feel awkward if they like it.
And then so here's my thing. I think it's brilliant. Here's what I think they're doing, and this is, or at least this is what they should do. And hit up iHateTheScene@gmail.com and let us know if you think this is a brilliant idea. But check this out. You're Lotus Eater. Nowadays, you can't fuck around and be in a band that has accusations against you unless you're a band that already has notoriety and is going to kind of maintain afloat regardless. And we've seen that in some unfortunate cases where, hey, yes, these abusers probably are really doing it. And we've seen it in some situations where, like, hey, maybe they're not. It's neither here nor there nowadays with all the allegations because they happen so frequently. It's just more so about the moral standing of, hey, what's the scene going to do to rid it of this band or of this person or of this behavior? And, you can't come in and be a band that has accusations and expect to have a fanfare that sticks around, especially if you're not at the peak of the music world. They only have less than 10,000 followers on Instagram.
Are you saying you need to be a certain level of fame before you can start abusing women? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying unless you're already established, keeping the band name and the band gimmick, image, whatever it may be, isn't going to work. You're not going to maintain. So what you do is if you got an album coming out in a couple months, release it under a new name. I mean, I think that's a smart idea. Kick him to the curb, get a new vocalist, restructure yourself, find a balance, get back into the norm of things. And if you want to keep the album, kick him to the fucking curb, man. And on site, really, if people see him, I mean, that's kind of fucked up. But I mean, it's got to be, this shit's got to stop, my people.
Yeah, we just got to start like fighting bands. Like that's what I've been telling people about Attila. Like they're going on the road, y'all. Like just fucking fight them. Franz won't hit you back.
This is clear that the scene and the people that are willing to take a stand against these types of actions are doing their work. Within a day, social media bullied Lotus out of a career. Within a day, social media made Lotus Eater call it quits, which is pretty fucking crazy. And if you're smart, and obviously the other guys in the band are still going to have support, and people are going to still buy into them, go a different direction. Maybe keep the album. Maybe not, but I mean, why waste it if people haven't heard it yet?
Jordan Tucker thinks you have that's an excellent solution. I think all your ideas are terrible. I just think that if you're, a guy, like, don't hit chicks. Is it that hard? Like, what should you do, bro? What's your fucking excuse?
A couple of them deserve to be put.
Okay, well, we're just gonna go ahead and boot him to the curb real quick. I can't believe that guy's engaged. That is like the wrong moral compass on like.
Yeah.
That fucking smacked her real hard. No, I gave her one right back.
I swear to God, this.
And back off you go.
Oh man, yeah. Like, if you're in a band, is it that hard to not hit women and not fuck minors? I mean, it's that whole like not like what'd you trip, slip, fall, and fuck a 16-year-old? Like, how does that happen? Like, it's always the pop punk bands too.
I'll suck any dick I want to suck, bitch, and then she comes at me.
Oh my God. I don't even know what that possible discussion could have been. Like what was the first half of that?
She spit right in the mouth. It was fine. No, right in the mouth. Just spit right.
Yes.
God damn. Oh.
Okay.
I was gonna get into the Balenciaga. I was gonna get into the Balenciaga fashion show that
please.
Yeah, it's been pretty entertaining. All right, so let me get my pictures ready.
I'm so excited for this.
Okay, so are you familiar with Balenciaga? They make really fucking expensive clothes. I didn't give you any samples because none of our fans would be able to afford to buy it anyways. Yes. So it's in Paris. Everyone's there, the usual suspects. Our boy Kanye is there, toting his Yeezy sneakers and this gigantic mask that goes over his entire head.
It's a ski mask for sure. I saw a close up and it's a ski mask. 100%.
Yo, if you zoom in, that's actually a tiger going. Rawr.
Yeah. His mouth is the eye hole.
Yeah, it's crazy. Apparently, he got to meet Lewis Hamilton. I fucking hate him.
Lewis Hamilton?
Yeah, I fucking hate Lewis Hamilton.
Why?
Because he's a fucking winning prick that's ruined F1. I fucking hate him. And so, anyways, you got Kanye West. You got his girlfriend, Irina Shayk, and James Harden looking, what the fuck is with Kanye? And Lil Baby.
James Harden looks like a proud Christian man who's so disappointed.
So the fun fact about the Balenciaga fashion show, and this coincides with the NBA's recent ruling in no longer testing for marijuana, players no longer fear the fact that they smoke marijuana. So it's come out that Kevin Durant smokes about as much as you and I do. And he only likes to smoke in his car like we do. So he's super cool. James Harden was blowing loud all week. His eyes are white as shit because he's lit. Him and Lil Baby are lit right now, okay? I mean, lit as a motherfucker. Like, they're rolling up, and they're so lit that Lil Baby and James Harden were both not arrested, but detained by French police because they had 32 grams of marijuana on them. Wow. Now, does that mean that they had, 16 grams each? Or James is that just Harden all Lil Baby?
James Harden just not giving a fuck.
No, that's why his eyes are white as shit, and he's just looking he's freaking out about Kanye.
Wow. What is going on?
Oh man, this shit was funny. There's also footage of him hopping out of a van and entering the fashion show. He hops out and he's dressed just like this, just like that. So you can't see his face.
Are his
and like
pants trash bags?
Right.
It definitely looks like it. And here's the other weird thing: Adidas Yeezys with Nike socks.
Yeah, I mean, in his beef with Nike, that's surprising.
Yeah,
that was a thing. That was a thing. Is if you wore Nikes, you had to wear Nike socks, and if you wore Adidas, you had to wear Adidas socks.
Well, you definitely can't wear Nike socks with Adidas. Like, that ain't gonna fly. That's just weird as shit to me. Especially after you had the Jumpman diss. But yeah, Balenciaga fashion show sounded lit as fuck.
Jealous. When do we get to go, Matt? Are you still trying to get that sponsorship, or what the fuck?
I want to go to some Rock Nation brunches. I want to drink mimosas with Rihanna. Riri, some mimosas.
What up, Riri? Hey, bitch got a huge forehead.
Wow, can we say bitch? We can't refer to Rihanna as a bitch just yet. We're not in a song with her too, so especially not. What was the party or there was a party or a shindig last week? I don't know what the event exactly was, but it ended with Little Uzi Vert pulled a gun on someone and then he beat the shit out of his ex-girlfriend. Meek Mill and Travis Scott got into an argument, and apparently Beyonce was at the party, but was never photographed at the party. I just want to know what the fuck they were all drinking, because
Xanaxes are bad.
Oh my god, dude. How does Little Uzi Vert like? I mean, dude, he could fit in my pocket, and he's gonna pull a gun. Ah, man, I can't figure out which rapper he fucking pulled it on, but that shit was crazy. And then beats the hell out of his ex-girlfriend, and I don't see enough people trying to cancel him on the internet. So it makes me feel like, do rappers get a pass on this sort of thing?
Or did she deserve it?
Oh, fuck. Okay, well, you know, there's two sides to every story, but you can never condone the violence upon
He fucking flashed the gun and then held it to his chick's stomach.
Oh, yeah, no big deal.
Wow, what a psycho.
Yeah,
what a psycho. This
Man,
been
that's not the
vibe
I get when I listen to Eternally Talkie.
Goddamn.
Weird. Yeah, you can't be a 5'9" rapper toting a 9.
This is why you don't wake up in the morning and immediately start doing like fucking benzos. I feel like
I need a benzo. I need a benzo and enzo. Yeah, just no. I don't know, man. That's wild. That shit made me really think twice. Like I tweeted out like I don't vibe with Little Uzi after that. So
yeah, man, I don't know about that. Little Uzi Vert, fuck out of here. On a side note, sick ass WrestleMania 17 T-shirt, possibly the best WrestleMania of all time.
Definitely one of the biggest.
Up there with one of the best, I think.
I got this, and I got a WrestleMania 2000 shirt.
Yeah.
I think you didn't. Somebody watched these with me because I was still in Northern California. Good pay-per-views, man. Good stuff. I've been watching a lot of 2001 WWE, Kurt Angle and the little cowboy hats. They're fucking excellent.
Yes.
There's some gold in there. Dude, Justin actually, like, he caught me off guard because he goes, what's the free wrestling? I'm like, free wrestling? And I was like, oh, Ring of Honor is on the Fox channels. He's like, that's what it is. I was like, oh, shit. Dude, they're so good. I got to see them once. They were fucking awesome. Real good. Macho. Oh, yeah, dude, the Macho Man hat with the ice cream sandwich. I need to get the ice cream sandwiches now.
Yeah. Nostalgia for sure. Damn, they're so good.
They still make them, dude. They brought them back.
They had Macho Man, the Giant, the Bushwhackers were on a fucking ice cream, I believe.
Yeah, now you can get like John Cena and Roman Reigns.
Gross.
I had someone this week tell me wrestling was gay, which I thought was really inappropriate and incorrect. And I told him it wasn't gay at all because me and you and Nick actually tested it because we all sat around naked watching it, and not one of us ever got a boner.
Not one hard dick in that building. Come at me, bitch. What up?
No, we would have known.
Gay?
Our hands were planted. We would have known if there was like any movement at all.
How
and
no
one's dick flinched.
Call this shit gay.
Yeah, no.
I will fuck you. You call this gay? I will fuck this shit out of you.
Yo, that's something you cannot live down, dude. Like, fuck fighting your enemies. Just fuck them, dude.
Oh, fuck you.
Tablespoon, you're the teaspoon.
I was oh man.
Oh my god. You're the tablespoon and I'm the teaspoon. How about I just get a wooden spoon?
Or fork. Everybody likes the fork.
Oh yeah, just fuck spoon and I like the fork. She just lays there like a butter knife.
Cancel him.
What are we gonna do next week, dude? We can't carry on this tradition of insanity. Should we go back to trying to expose and cancel bands? You want to do that again?
Not really.
I got
a question for you.
All right, shoot.
It's a question that might hurt your head a little bit because
never mind.
You might have to think about it like a little intently. Justin, I don't know if it's going to resonate with you at all, but were you ever a fan of the scene music that we're discussing here on the show a lot of the times?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, you have.
Matt's introduced me to a lot, and we've actually synchronized with a lot.
Yeah.
Same music. So.
Warped Tour, Upon, Velamaya, Meshuggah.
2013, 2013, I was his +1 camera guy. We fucking interviewed a lot of fucking bands and partied with a lot of fucking bands. and it was a awesome fucking year. Fucking Upon a Burning Body, Attila, fucking Velamaya, Veliarta, Thyarta's Murder, fucking Fit for an Autopsy.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Goddamn, who else, man? Like,
bro, we smoked with Velamaya, met the dudes from Here Comes the Kraken. I think we met the original North Lane dudes. The original singer Adrian was there.
Yes, he was so fucking chill, man. He's like, yeah, come over here and fucking smoke.
That whole tour was dope. Dude, so I went to Summer Slaughter with this dude. I don't remember what year it was, but it's the year Dillinger Escape Plan headlined, which is just not the band to be doing cocaine to. And the strobe lights and everything, like, man, that was a wild ass show. The strobes are cool because the pit looks like it's going in slow-mo. So like some dude had elbowed me and JD a couple times, and we both collectively decided to shove the piss out this dude. But like I go to shove him, and when I gave him a good boost and saw him moving, a second hand appeared and gave a harder shove. And so this guy went whoosh across the whole dance floor, like just straight to the ground, slid across beer, and then we just went back to fucking moving, and he had no idea where it came from, man. It was that shit was funny. Shook hands with the dude from Revocation in the bathroom.
Fucking here, they were throwing trash cans in every goddamn thing, dude. That was Veliarta.
You'd be chilling at a
they thought I was fucking Wilhelm, bro. They were like, sign my fucking poster. They're all standing in line waiting to get in, and like I fucking like, no, I'm not with the band. I'm not with. They're like, sign my poster. So I fucking write Justin Smith on that motherfucker, X on another one, and like we walk out with the band and just fucking, both singers and their lead guitarist. I forgot his fucking name was Brandon.
They were all Swedish, so their names were super complicated.
Yeah. It was bad. It was fucking super sick though. Yeah, trash cans through the fucking air, bro. Like
there was that show. We were waiting out front to get in, and we were like decided to talk to the people in front of us. And I just remember the dude saying that he was like a professional poi dancer, like fire poi, like shit. And I was like, oh wow, I bet your parents are proud of you. And like that shit just tickled me, man.
It's
like,
cool, the right amount of fucking chemicals and light and all that cool shit. But yeah, fire point.
After a while, that's just kind of redundant. It's just okay. It's on fire. It's still spinning. You want to put it out now?
Don't touch.
Just seems like a whole thing.
Yeah, it's cool.
We could just be eating pineapple instead, but here you are. Boy chick. That was fun. We when we met Upon a Burning Body for like the first time, we chugged a bunch of whiskey with Sal in a dark ass trailer.
Yeah, and there was their fucking trailer, their band trailer. They had a band on their fucking trailer.
Which is hilarious because the one person we make friends with is the dude who gets kicked out of the band the fastest.
Yeah, damn. How unfortunate. My bad luck. Or am I just that fucking good? We're trying to weasel them out, right?
Oh man, that shit was funny.
It was fucking sold substances to fucking Attila, to Fonz, through fucking Sal.
Oh, that's right. And there was CJ McMahon, Thyarta's Murder.
Yeah, he comes up. Yeah, like so. It's like after their so they were the first set, bro. No, actually, you were interviewing Revocation.
I remember them. Yeah, they don't exist anymore.
Until it starts playing the Shadow of Eternal Sin, and it's like I was like, oh, I want to go fucking like fucking dude, shut up, let me go inside and watch this shit go. And it was
Shadow of Eternal Sin.
What? Yeah, and fucking Reign of Darkness. That.
Thyarta's Murder.
Yes, dude. So we go in, and that's what they're playing. That's their set, and like it was 5:00 p.m., bro. Like hardly anybody there. But every fucking body was in the goddamn mosh pit, bro. I was like, yes. And anyway, after their fucking set, like a bunch of people poured in, fucking go out to the smoke section, and fucking CJ Man's like, he walks out and he looks at fucking Matt and Jade. He's like, I heard one of you gentlemen may be the guy that we could do a business proposition that may benefit both parties. And they look at each other and they're like, he look at me and then he looks at me. I was like, you fucking give me a pass to get back in, and I got you, buddy. So fucking walk backstage and there's fucking Tosin Abasi like just doing runs on his fucking guitar and shit. Like walk past fucking Dillinger Escape playing, like all these guys were playing at their fucking set, and walk out of my car and fucking have a good conversation. She's like, man, I appreciate you doing this. I was like, dude, I fucking appreciate being able to fucking give you a good show, like do you a service like you're doing us, bro. Like this is a fucking awesome show. Yeah, first show on set and you're fucking killing it, bro. Like honestly. Yeah.
That shit was dope to like we had just discovered, like got into that band, and then like they started doing like a bunch of US runs and we were trying to hit them all, man. Yeah. That Summer Slaughter, I liked it because they started straying more and more,
bro.
That's right.
That's where he was wearing an Abiotic shirt too, and I was like,
I got this poster there.
Fucking sick.
Yeah, they signed the poster, and he was a super dick about it. Like, did not want to do it. Oh, like okay, so there are 4 Ps. The drummer left for the Black Crown Initiate, and then the other 2 dudes are still in it. But the main dude, Lucas, super dick, super cocksucker. Like, yeah, you weren't on this episode, but he actually recently cussed out his record label and got dropped. He threatened to like badmouth them or blackmail them or something.
Like he was mightier than
now. Yeah, and they kicked his dumb ass to the curb. And they had worked their way up to Nuclear Blast Records, and they're like, no, and they just shut them up. Like that's a good label, and they fucked all that up. That's when we knew something was up because their show was just fucking awful.
Dude, then fucking,
they didn't move.
Then Wizard, like this dude's like is pointing me out, same concert, same venue. Fucking dude's like pointing me out from backstage. I'm like, what the fuck? Your mom looking behind me like, yo, me, okay. Well, fucking dude walks up, he's like, hey man, I'm Wizard from Dillinger Escape. Like, can you fucking help me out? I'm like, holy shit, hell yeah. That was right before their set too.
Their sound guy's name is fucking Wizard.
Yeah, Wizard, yeah. It was the sound guy, exactly, yeah. So yeah.
Shit was wild.
Like Wizard too.
That Summer Slaughter, I want to say, okay, so we attended that one in Myrtle Beach, House of Blues or some shit. Yeah. And then I think the following year I'd moved and went to the Summer Slaughter in Austin, and it's like Morbid Angel and Goat Whore and Cattle Decap and a bunch of shit. And Thy Art is playing. They're higher up on the bill this time around. And I got to see him at Stubbs in Austin. And man, CJ was up there going, rabble, 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 rabble. He was not saying words. Like, he literally just went up and like the rest of the band was fine. But that caught me off guard. He then quit or got kicked out the band or something. He said he wasn't making money, but he was buying hella drugs and shoes on tour. And I don't know. Something weird was going on with them. And now you look at where is that band? Weren't they on the upward trajectory? It seemed like it just stopped one day.
Humanity's Last Breath, man. That first album was fucking sick all the way throughout. And then
they came back. They're just not a full-time band. They actually were more. They were putting out more music than Vildarta was for a while. The Buster Oldham Home, whatever. Yep. And he still produces bands. He's wild. So Humanity's Last Breath, yeah, they made a second or third album, dude.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere because I definitely found it late, and they made instrumental versions and shit. They're sick.
What about Fit for an Autopsy?
That band's hard. They just they're doing a 10 or 15 year anniversary of their first album or something.
Really?
I think so. That band, since we saw them, has only gone up too. A lot of people regard them as one of the better metal bands, period.
They were phenomenal, man. And then, getting to talk to them, they were most definitely the oldest cats in the whole fucking venue. Everybody was fucking sub alcohol limit. X's on their fucking hands, but they were so fucking badass. These guys were, our ages, were fucking better, but yeah,
they were cool dudes. They definitely have the right heads for metal. They're fucking metal heads for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, you got anything? Are you just quiet? Are you already on Pornhub or X Hamster?
No, man, I was just finishing typing up a couple things over here. No, I was listening to you guys. I actually enjoyed listening to the stories you guys have with the band. I was going to ask you, what it would take to get you guys back into the scene, but I think we can save that for another time because I want to elaborate on it.
Probably just cocaine.
Yeah, not even that, bro. Like, yeah, I'm fucking already in it, man. Like, I love music. My whole fucking life has been music. I've got 200 or 2.5 terabytes from my uncle. He used to fucking.
Who keeps hitting their mic? Are you scraping your microphone? Because I keep hearing some awful shit in my ear. Is it you, Brian? Don't let me find out.
No, I think it's his chair as he's moving.
Your chair?
His chair or something.
Yeah.
All right, don't move and breathe slowly. Can you just exhale? I keep hearing the inhales.
Is there a T-Rex behind me or some shit or what?
Just Chuck Norris.
T-Rex arms.
It's just Chuck Norris.
I don't know what to do with hands.
A big head and little arms. From the Robinsons, Meet the Robinsons.
Not the mama.
I think just going back to shows like this like fall winter is gonna like spark that love for heavy loud ass music again. Like I probably wouldn't have been stoked for as stoked for the Body Snatcher tour like in 2019, but now that we've been so deprived, I'm looking forward to that and the other bands on the bill. There's a lot of cool shit about to happen, so it's gonna be cool. There just isn't that Warp Tour, that annual festival to be like, yeah, that's that shit.
Dude,
I want to
fucking Burning Man here in a month.
Jesus,
you're going to Burning Man?
I went last year. It's Renegade now, so it's basically you go with people you know. Like I live an hour from Tahoe. I've got a lot of connections up there. So fucking yeah, I went last year for the first time, and then went back a couple months after that. Then I went to Alaska, and then I've been getting calls just to go back like forever. So now that I'm established here in Pueblo, I can get a ticket, fly out for a week, and
oh yeah, man,
yeah, fucking see my.
When
family.
is it?
So it's the week after Labor Day, so not the 9th, but the 16th, or
yeah. So
yeah.
Then I don't know if I'd do Burning Man. That's like
it's different, bro. Like yeah, so I'm so fucking elusive, right? Like I hang out with so many people. Chameleon's probably my spirit animal, but like I've met some fucking badass people out here, like money makers or fucking DJs, fucking musicians, fucking artists, all kinds of like different shit, and different aspects and perceptions and points of view, and a lot of intellect. There's people out there just trying to get fucked up, or just people out there trying to meet their family again. And because like the people I met were like fucking awesome, like you guys just fucking like fit right in, synchronize, talk about whatever, how deep ever, as long as it's not recorded. Right? So like cool fucking individuals and all kinds of different music. It's not what you would think. There's so many different subgenres of every other genre. So it's the same thing with electronic or DJ, or fucking our Samplus is like one of my favorite things. It's like favorite bands. They're like jazz, hip hop, with fucking scratching and shit like that. Like ours Samplus. You gotta look it up. I'll send you a link or whatever. Fucking Bluebird is a pretty good song, but like actual instruments, chopped up with a mixer. That's what I like. Versus more electronic. Yeah, but you have your effects and shit, but I like actual instruments and the authenticity of that.
Do you like when they mumble rap?
No, I don't have any fucking mumble rap.
You never listen to Gunna?
Not really.
Gunna is like chill as fuck, but I feel like that's like mumble rap because it's like so chill that like I don't think he's trying to enunciate his words.
Yeah, I'm more coherent, affluent fucking rap. Like, you know exactly what I'm saying. The beat is sick as fuck too. You can't deny it.
Didn't you get into Suicide Boys though?
Yes, I did, but I was about that life. So now that I've cleaned my act up,
What the hell does that mean? Like, I don't sell Xanax to 12-year-olds anymore, or what?
It wasn't necessarily that, but yeah, you know.
I heard that's what happens at their shows.
Like
The 12-year-olds sell Xanax at the shows.
Don't you fucking talk shit to me like that. You're not my real dad.
I'm not even your weekend dad.
You're not even my fucking Monday morning dad.
Or your Monday quarterback. Or your armchair quarterback. Or your pocket pussy.
Her name's Fifi. God damn it.
Oh, wow. Named it.
God damn it.
It's actually a sock full of lotion. But
oh, my God. I put a bunch of lotion in it, then I microwave it for 12 seconds.
Holy shit, you'll burn your fucking pucker shit off it. Turn the chicharrones, way.
Oh, man, that chocha is muy caliente. Oh, man. If we have any last words before we get the hell out of here? This is just a mess. If we any longer, we're going to tell stories that are just going to get us in trouble.
I don't think so. I do not think so. Unfortunately.
Hey, Justin, you ever seen this picture of Brian on the toilet? It's pretty.
That's hilarious.
Good times. Any last words before we get the fuck up out of here?
I don't think so, man.
Yeah, cheers. No gimmicks.
Yeah. Brian, where can they find you?
Find me at of Brian of Death on Instagram.
Hold on, slower.
Of Brian of Death on Instagram and Twitter. You can also find me at the Common Chaos on Instagram and Twitter and commonchaos.net.
You can no longer find me at Taco Bell because I hate them and I hate Dunkin' Donuts and I think I gave up fast food. But you can find me on Instagram at iHateTheScene. I'm on Twitter at IH8TE because some stupid son of a bitch stole our Twitter handle like way long ago.
Paul Craig, you sick bitch motherfucker. Not only do you beat women, but you also steal our Twitter handle. How fucking dare you? I hope you die. And yeah.
How about I beat your bitch ass down, bro?
Yeah, you deserve everything that happens to you now and in the afterlife.
Yeah, what he said. You can find us every week. Well, not every week because we're still on that ban for telling that guy, not to be racist. So we're no longer on Facebook.com/iHateTheScene, but soon we will be. But you can catch us at Twitch.tv/iHateTheScene, and every single fucking week on Fridays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Mountain Time, 10 p.m. Central, 11 o'clock Eastern, 4 a.m. in the UK, and 1 p.m. Saturday afternoon in Australia. That means noon in Japan. You can catch us every single Friday night. YouTube.com/C/iHateTheScene. Rate, review, subscribe, unsubscribe, re-rate, re-review. Tell me I'm funny. It makes me feel good. Tell me I'm pretty. Tell Brian he's stupid. Tell him Thrice sucks.
But they don't.
They do. Enough of that. Next week, we will have... who do we have next week? Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell's going to be joining us next week. We're going to be speaking to Senator Republican and fucking piece of shit out of Kentucky. No, not really. We're not going to talk to that guy.
Gobbleneck Mitch, we call him.
Gobbleneck. I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed within 50 feet of his house after all those calls I made. I fucking hate that guy.
He needs to stop diddling kids, Yeah.
Oh my God. You want to put that out there into the ether?
I said he needs to stop diddling kids.
I know, but was that even a rumor about him?
Bro, he fucking, that old ass man touching something. That old ass man is smelling armpits or the top of people's heads or.
Yo, I just thought of a really good band name, Joe Biden's Creepy Hug.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. The long sniff goodnight.
Oh. Fuck Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, more of a better name would be Boy Rubs Biden's Leg.
I knew I was fucked.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.